All right, so this is chapter 1, lesson 2, ratios. So I have a couple of definitions here at the top. So in order to write a ratio in simplest form, there's a couple of different ways I can do this. So there are many different ways to compare amounts or quantities. A blank is a comparison of two quantities by division. In that blank, you're going to write ratio. So a ratio is a comparison of two quantities by division. So I could ask for how many boys versus how many girls. That's a ratio, okay? So I can use ratios to compare categorical data. So each piece of categorical data can only be assigned to one group. Bar diagrams or tape diagrams and frequency tables can be used to represent categorical data. Blank can be used to compare the data. In that blank, you're going to write ratios, because ratios can be used to compare categorical data. And basically what I mean by categorical data is there's different categories. So paper clips could be a category. Candy could be a category. Flavor of gum could be a category. So all of those could be something that you can compare what you have. So let's look at some examples. So the first example I have talks about paper clips. Now I know this is in black and white, so you're gonna have to bear with it, okay? So the darker paper clips are red, and the lighter paper clips are actually the blue paper clips. So you're going to write the ratio in simplest form that compares the number of red. So I'm gonna use purple right now. So here's a purple paper clip, right? So there's purple paper clip, to the number of blue paper clips. And I have pink, so I'm gonna use pink. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's 3 in there. Then explain its meaning. So I'm going to write a ratio as a fraction. So I have 2 purple paper clips. So that's my 2 purple. And then I have 3 6 pink paper clips. So 2 is my first color to my second color. Notice they asked me to compare one specific color to the other color. So that's why I have 2 on top as opposed to 6. And so 2 is in my numerator because it asked me for that specific color first. Then I have to simplify. So I have 2 6ths, right? I can divide both 2 and 6 by 2. 2 divided by 2 gives me 1. 6 divided by 2 gives me 3. So the GCF, the greatest common factor that they both have in common, remember we learned about that last lesson, okay, is 2. So the GCF of 2 and 6 is 2, because that's the greatest factor they have in common. So the ratio of purple to pink paper clips is 1/3. You can also write it as 1:3, or 1 with the little colons 3. This means that for every 1, we're using purple, so purple paper clip, there are 3 pink paper clips. The second problem I have, should go in order, okay? So the second problem I have is several students named their favorite flavor of gum. Okay. Write the ratio that compares the number who chose fruit to the total number of students. So I'm going to go over and look at my table. I'm going to look for where fruit is. It says 3, so that means 3 people chose fruit. So fruit is 3. And then to total number, right? Total number of students. So I'm comparing fruit to total number of students. So I have to figure out what my total number of students are. 9 chose peppermint, 8 chose cinnamon, 3 chose fruit, and 1 chose spearmint. So in order to figure out the total, I'm going to add all these together. 9 plus 8 plus 3 plus 1 gives me 21. So then I'm going to write my ratio. 3 fruit to 21 total. Well, I can simplify that because the GCF of 3 and 21 is 3. So I divide both by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 21 divided by 3 is 7. So the ratio is 1/7, 1 to 7, or 1 with the colons, 7. So 1 out of every 7 students preferred the fruit-flavored gum. All right, and then number 3 says Monday's yogurt sales are recorded in the table. Write the ratio that compares the sales of strawberry yogurt to the total sales. Then explain its meaning. So strawberry was 8, okay? So the first thing I want to do is strawberry was 8, and then figure out my total. Well, I had peach, which was 3, blueberry was 6, vanilla was 7, and strawberry was 8. So I want to add those together. 3 plus 6 is 9, plus 7 is 16, plus 8 is 24. So 24. So strawberry yogurt was 8 to 24. Now the GCF for 8 and 24 is 8. So 8 divided by 8 is 1. 24 divided by 8 is 3. So 1/3, or 1 to 3. So 1 out of every 3 yogurt cups sold were strawberry. All right, now I want you to pause the video and do the 2 try it problems at the bottom of the page. Once you're done trying those, we'll go over the answers together. All right, so let's look at the first try it problem. It says, write the ratio in simplest form that compares the number of suns, these are the suns, to the number of moons, and the little ones are the moons. Then explain its meaning. Okay, so I'm comparing suns to moons. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 suns over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 moons. 4, 6 is not simplified, so I can divide by 2 because that's the GCF of 4 and 6. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So 2/3, 2 to 3, or 2:3. This means for every 2 suns, there are 3 moons. So for every 2 suns, there are 3 moons. All right, problem 2, try problem B. Okay, pet stores sold the animals listed in the table in 1 week. Write the ratio of cats to pets sold that week, then explain its meaning. So I'm comparing cats to pets sold. So there were 8 cats, and then the total was 10 plus 14 plus 8. 10 plus 14 gives me 24, plus 8 gives me 32. Okay. Then I can write my ratio as 8 over 32. GCF is 8. which gives me 1/4, or 1 to 4, or 1:4. So 1/4, so 1 out of every 4 pets sold were cats. Okay. And that is the end of lesson 2.